wanna give a colonizer, pulling cancer. Just an answer for my ancestors. Confirmation, got no fucking manners. I manifested, they manic, I planned it.
Let's go, let's go. Run. Oh no, run. Castellanos, what are you doing? Let's go. Let's go.
Technically the independence, I'm a stupid independent with the pension for a pension, 50 pension hanging pendants. On my Libra, swinging pendulum. So a tempo, so please stop temping them. Each lyric I dispense for my people's recompense. If it don't make pennies, then it don't make sense. No, red like Harriet on a dollar. I'm a shot caller, put you in a shot collar. Who down, fuck with T, not a single one of y'all in this industry. Who down, fuck with T, not a single one of y'all in this industry. Who down, fuck with T, not a single one of y'all in this industry. Who gon' fuck with T? Who gon' fuck with T?
Agreed, Barry. Agreed. What's the score, Joey?
4-1.
4-1 Phillies?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yes,
Fuck yeah, bro. Let's go. Let's go.
Come on, Veerley,
that guarantees a game 4. Let's go.
Don't let you do that. Why don't you do that? This isn't done yet.
Oh, it's still early? Oh yeah, we're only like an hour into this. Oh, we're only, yeah, never mind. Damn, you scored 4 runs already? Jesus. Oh god. Well, that's good. Who hit the home runs? I heard you screaming while I was recording.
Nobody. No home runs?
Oh, it's just been base hits? Weird.
Pretty much, honestly, everybody has a base hit. I think except Schwarber and Reese. Castellanos is 2 for 2.
Hey. Boom hit the hit. Nice.
Go,
Melvin.
I think he got 2 hits.
What's up, Tom?
You said what?
Nearling, you can bring another one in.
You're funny, Barry.
I wanna give a colonizer, pulling cancer. Just an answer for my ancestors. Confirmation, got no fucking manners. I manifested, big manic, I'm planning. Can't say my face against quality. Policy above, and the rest of the seats. I feel like Triple A. Rapping has free, but presence in the six is the word of I set free. Second in the pension tennis, I'm a stupid independent with the pension for the pension, 50 pension hanging pendants. On my Libra, spinning pendulum.
Number 2.
Did you leave the part in where you said talk to him?
Huh?
Oh, I was talking to Barry.
It's the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping it for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down goes backwards. On 2nd down, run Patterson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
Prove that he's him today.
Oh, he's playing?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, that's why he's muted. Understood.
Germs versus Blaze.
First and 10, it's Patterson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially,
Oh shit, I don't want to get his YouTube shit banned by playing some music then. Whoopsie. Even though it's mine.
Copyright.
True, I do own it.
this one is incomplete. Well, being a turnover should be the intent there, and I think he was confused. I think the penalty flag didn't come out of grounding. And they were wrong with it. They get another shot.
On my Libra, swinging pendulum, that's so a tempo, so please stop temping them. Each year I got respect for my people, recompense, and they don't make sense, and it don't make sense. No, red light, Harriet on $1, I'm a top dollar, put you in a shop collar. Who down, fuck with me, not a single one of y'all in this industry. Who down, fuck with me, not a single one of y'all in this industry. Who down, fuck with me, not a single one of y'all in this industry.
Down, here's Johnny Townsend to put it. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Saints will take over with a first down.
Keene just started off with the double, Tom.
Oh, nice.
He's up again.
He liked that. He liked that like that.
He just needs to chill now.
I don't fucking play.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They begin on the ground with Camara. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down. These two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Hardy. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Here's Camara trying to run for it. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 20. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs,
Bro, what is going on with him?
They look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it.
Bro, the one where he was
allows you to fool the defense.
or whatever, I was like, what
In
the?
this case, fool with the inside run.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? Or does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line.
unit there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to
Fuck
let their
you,
tight end
Bryson.
try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there.
Oh, he tries to force
I like
it
the
in,
way
and
he
it's
came to the
intercepted.
steal.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now. As this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It's their third drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alontae Taylor. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for third. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And complete to Drake London. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards that time.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles.
Come on.
One
more and he's done his job.
And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
I get to see.
And he's going to be brought down here in the
What is stopping him
backfield.
from responding?
Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Can you answer me that? Why doesn't he just do that?
He can. I think it's just he doesn't. I don't know.
And the only people who can make a play on it are JT or Suarez, but when he doesn't, it should be late.
Yeah, some people aren't great at bunting. Also, he's more of like the home run hitter, so I don't know. He's also not the fastest dude in the world. Probably some guy could but I definitely see the logic. It makes sense to be a speed guy for sure, at least. But.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Deion Jones charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr going to throw. And it's hauled in, and he lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Patterson running between the tackles. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now back to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had a good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man-winning coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
Suarez, come on, dude. Come on, dude.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw his Carr. Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping him for the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
He'll take it at the 42. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. The Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, Ranger. I don't care about runs and scoring position as long as you're getting that angle.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Let's go! Let's go!
I like the way that they're out panicked out there.
Let's go!
They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson.
2 jams down now.
He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 12 more yards there and another first down.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Okay, ready? This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, going back to Patterson. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Down. Really? And cycle.
And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Cool knocks this one through the post. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. That's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
From the 6. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Timing is everything on a route like this. You're trying to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. They'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Pitts. The Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Back to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, that would get a wind-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now after the INT, it's Carr going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. But Charles, he was so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
They were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards, first down Atlanta.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
There we go, Reese. There we go, Reese.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Justin Jones there on the stop.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that was officially a loss of 1.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
This is fielded at the 7. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A throw over the middle, taken in. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards, 1st down Atlanta.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Running the counter, Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And it has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll look to set up his blockers. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Now Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Carr. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alontae Taylor able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Carroll. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the counter, here's Kamara. No, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. A beautiful fake. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him, And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Kamara up the middle. A solid stiff arm. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's got some space here.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 13-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now Will Lutz, who went to college a stone's throw from here at Georgia State, comes on for the field goal attempt. The kick by Lutz is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This fielded right at the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Carr now on first down. Incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield, because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Kamara trying the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready.
Now Patterson to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Let's go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
On the ball. On the ball.
here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man downfield is Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. 2nd and 11 now.
Like food. Set, go. Smash, red.
Now back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. The 20. 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That right there, Charles, is your exclamation mark. They already had the nice lead on their way to a victory, but one final touchdown here to widen the margin late in the fourth quarter.
Let's make it pretty simple. When you can seemingly score at will, why wouldn't you take advantage of being in that zone and getting one more to cap off this game?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah.